Hey, what's going on? Todd Shaw with another episode of the Sawdust Dude. Oh yeah. Hey, appreciate you watching. Hey guys, real quickly, before I hook you up with this, another log cabin job we're doing. Hey, hit that like button, shoot me a subscribe, hook a brother up. I appreciate you doing that. Hey, listen, today we're in beautiful Southwest Virginia, kind of in the laurels and in the woods, and things are looking good. Oh man, spring is in the air, and this time let's get those cabins looking good. Got a great cabin we're doing a little work on here. It's been a while since this one's been stained, just by the looks of it, and so let's just kind of take a look at it real quickly. Let's go. Hey, so you can kind of hear Mikey working in the background, and I'll show you what he's doing in just a second. But a few days ago, really last week, we kind of washed this cabin, and of course I used my good old standby from Perma Chink, the log wash. Stuff works out really good. In this cabin, you can kind of see the look of it. It did a real good job as far as getting the dirt off and most of the old finish. So when we go to throw down the new stain on it, it's going to look really, really good. I'd love to tell you about the products that we use to help you out in your job, whether it's you're a pro or do-it-yourselfer. Either way, you want a good looking cabin, right? So let me share with you some of the tips that I use, or some of the things that I use on this cabin for this particular application. I'm going with what's already on there, or was on there, and that is a Cabot product. And this is wood tone. It's a stain and sealer, which is pretty cool. And this is a heartwood, I always say flavor, you know, like chocolate or vanilla, but this is the heartwood flavor, which it is harmful if you swallow it. So, cause I said flavor, don't go try drinking it, okay? Great one coat finish. I spray this on and back brush it. You know, we're using our Graco sprayer. I think it's the LTS 17. Got a little extra hose on there, an extension wand on it, and that Graco sprayer works real well. We take all of our stains, and these came in singles, 1 gallons, and we it's called boxing, and so you mix it all together. I mix up 5 gallons at a time, and I constantly as I'm spraying or applying it on the cabin, I go over about every 30-45 minutes and use my stir stick on the end of my drill and stir up my stain. That way the pigmentation doesn't all settle at the bottom. So keep your stain mixed up real well as you're applying it. You know, one of the things or challenges when you run into staining the cabin is that, you know, for an example, there's dealing with different new wood, old wood, what, you know, people put on 10 years ago, and on it goes. So you kind of got to play around with stain and stain colors, whether it's a transparent, semi-transparent, or a solid color stain, that you can kind of hide past mistakes or past or new construction, let's just put it that way. And here's an example. These are some steps that I put on maybe a couple years ago. We were so busy last year, didn't get a chance to stain them, but here we are this year. And so, you know, we got to come in and do some washing. Got to wash these steps again. They had like little slip resistant little pads on here, so we got to come in here, take that log wash or another product from Perma Chink called Wood Renew, and it'll brighten that up, and all of the wood will look the same again. And so we can come in here and blend this in with the rest of the house. Now on the deck here, it's like I think it's just like Thompson's water seal, but then you get the UV, what little bit of sun, you can see how that's a little bit different right there. And so sometimes you got to come in and do some light sanding. Yeah, you don't want to sand, say this log had a bad spot, don't sand in one spot. You kind of got to go over the whole log right there, because you really don't want to change the texture of a log. So be real careful when you're sanding. You just kind of try to blend things in a little bit. And that's what Mikey's doing over here. He's kind of prepping out some steps for us. Another thing that this particular homemade had these little adhesive strips on here, you know, so people wouldn't slip, which is a great idea until you go to stain it again, and then you got to take that up. Hey, make sure you check out my other videos on log cabin maintenance and different types of stains. And of course today we're kind of featuring the Cabot Stain. Of course today we're featuring this wood tone stain and sealer from Cabot. But one of the things that when you do, and it's got even on the instructions here, this particular stain, it has to be 50 degrees and above. You got to watch out for direct sunlight when you stain, because it'll dry real quickly. But remember, always when you're staining, notice how I stopped on this log right here. You kind of do a log at a time or 2 logs at a time, but you want to carry all the way over, and you can stop at a joint, okay? Because if you stop here and then stain over here, it'll leave what's called a lap mark, and it'll be a real dark stripe in there. Stripes are not good for cabins, okay? Zebras, yeah. Cabins, no. Always a great idea to go back and check on your work, because sometimes you notice here it's a little bit lighter through here. The wood grains, how it looks, it's still kind of shiny right there, and hopefully that picks up on camera. That's still shiny. That's because there's real tight grain pattern through here. Over here, loose grain pattern. That's gonna soak up the stain a lot more in here, but I gotta make sure that I don't get runs. So, you know, you put it on, not too thick, but you wanna put on a good amount, or a fair amount, I should say. And so you gotta go back and make sure you're not getting any kind of runs. And so, you know, here's like a little run here. So you just wanna keep a brush and see how that just brushes right out. And so you keep going back and checking on your work.
Hey Todd, there's something wrong with this power washer.
Ain't got no gas in it. Cool deal. Well, listen, we're wrapping up our project here in beautiful Southwest Virginia. We're just over by the New River in Freeze, Virginia, and a beautiful cabin, beautiful location. It's been a pleasure working for these folks, and so I love getting down to the end like this, and we're starting to go around and let me carry you through those steps, some of the things that we look for. But let me talk about the stain that we used again, and it is the Cabot wood tone stain and sealer. We use the heartwood. I often call them flavors, but it's the stained color that 3004 heartwood. Looks beautiful on the cabin. Didn't make it real dark, but exactly what the customer was looking for, so that was a good call on that. But it is an oil-based stain. Let me give you some tips on oil-based stains. Cleaning up your brushes at the end of the day, yeah, you want to use a mineral spirits paint thinner to clean out your brushes, but also use one of these Prudy, it's a comb. It's good for grooming, but also on your brushes or your beard if you get stain in your beard. But you got to have one of these to clean out your brushes. Does a great job. Love this cool little tool. You also need good WD-40. It's just a great hand cleaner. It's a great if you drop a spill on get some stain on air condition, power meters, things like that. Just grab some WD-40 and just wipes off real easy, and doesn't mess up the finish on the air condition or the power meter. So WD-40, keep that close by. Also, these little tub of towels here, these little cleaners, heavy duty cleaning wipes, that's good for cleaning up spills, because you'll get stain on windows and different things like that. So kind of clean as you go. And of course, what we always keep when we go through a ton of this, these little tub of towels, these little wipe rags like this. I love that, all those rags in a box. And one of those will usually last me for a whole job. Now, when you're getting rid of the rags like that and they've got a stain on it, you got to be careful with oil-based products, oil-based stains, because if you put them inside of a bucket and all those fumes get together, it can spontaneous combust. That is not a wise tale. That's not just some fable, you know, that still happens, so you have to be careful. what I like to do is take an empty bucket, put a little water in there, and throw all my towels in there, and then put a lid on it. So you take away the air, you take away the combustion. So and the water kind of dilutes that down as well. So, you know, always be careful about that. Job. Couple other pro tips that you like to do, whether you're doing your own home or if you're just getting started and you're looking at doing cabins for other people. One of the things that people love decorating their cabins, but you take all this stuff off and you're like, where in the world does that go back? And so don't leave it up to the customer. You put it back, and just take your smartphone out and take some pictures, and then go back and refer to your pictures, and that way you know where everything goes at the end of the job, and it's just like you found it. Kind of like the Boy Scouts. Yeah. Hey, here's one of the things that Mike and I do as well. We go along and we put green tape everywhere. Now he's taping up some last minute checks, but we kind of go around the cabin, and the two of us walk around looking for, we make a punch list of this last day on the job. And so we're looking for every little thing that we may have missed or overlooked. You know, so at the end of the day, you're packing up, you're getting ready to head out. You come back the next day and you like, oh, let's start over here. Well, if you go around at the end of the job and put little pieces of green tape everywhere, and that'll serve as your punch list, but also, you know, we communicated with the customer anything that you saw. So communication is always a great thing on the job site. Boom. Well, hey, cool deal. I appreciate you watching another episode of the Sawdust Dude Log Cabin Edition. Oh yeah, good luck on your project. Leave a comment below. Let me know if there's something going on that you got a question about. Cool deal. Thanks for watching the Sawdust Dude. I'll see you real soon. Oh yeah.